Hey everyone, it's Louie again, and today I am going to make a really just fudgy, brown, chocolatey, really flavorful and warm lager, a dark lager, that's right. Now lagers have been popular since the 1500s, and they figured out a way to actually use the weather to their advantage, so they would try to cellar lagers and ferment them at colder temperatures. I got something really special to show you. Ooh, it's a neoprene jacket, you say. All right, cool, look at that. I'm just gonna put mine on real quick. And it seems like it's pretty easy. I mean, it's like putting on a shirt because it's cold outside. So cute. All right, that's on there nice. Fits like a glove. Right, Ace Ventura? Anybody ever seen that movie? Perfect movie, by the way. Oh, perfect movie to watch right now with the snowstorm. Have you seen this? This is how you can tell the age of the snow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't want to overwhelm it with chocolatey flavor, so I'm going to use it just in the mash. I know it's going to attribute a little bit more bitterness, so I have to be careful with the hops that I'm using and the IBUs that I'll be calculating later on. This is really special, a chocolate, because it's from a local factory called Raka Chocolate here in Brooklyn. Super cool. Support your local, stores and brew shops. And everything's nice and tight now. This is closed. I've made the mistake of leaving this open and filling it with water, and then it fills my whole living room with water. I'm gonna put some water in here. It's about 8 gallons, and then we're gonna start our mash. So we'll see you in a few. Another special thing that we're going to be doing with this lager is that we're going to ferment it at a super high temperature, like very high, 80 degrees. Made this lager using a soft lager 3470. It's not the traditional way to make a German dark lager or a Marzen beer, but I just didn't want to wait like 3 to 6 months to drink this beer, right? I got my controller plugged in. I took out my yeast right here. Okay, so that's that. All right, I don't need this one yet. All right, so we're gonna start recirculating. I'm gonna put my grains in, and during that time, I'm also going to put my cocoa nibs in, and I'm going to just grind them really quick. So let's go do that. Oh my God, limbo. What is that thing called again? I forgot what it's called. There's a game for that. Whoa, oh my God. And this is technically just the seed of the cacao plant. And the cacao plant is just a fruit, right? And then they ferment it, and typically it's roasted, but they don't roast it because they want all those really nice fruity qualities added to their chocolate. You could eat this by itself, just like this. Is it on my teeth? No. All right, we're good. So just a little pulse. That's beautiful. Oh! All right, here are our grains, which are all German. The only place I think I've been to Germany is like Frankfurt. Sarah, is that right? I've been to Hamburg as well. Sarah has informed me. What would anybody do without, their significant others? They're just like your second brain. They tell you everything. No, I'm going to put my cacao nibs that I grinded a little more in my mash, because it's gonna add a little bit more bitterness and a lot more of that chocolate characteristic that I really want in this light beer, right? So I'm just gonna sprinkle it right over the top.
I've made a huge mistake.
So this is a warning that if you're a home brewer and your home brewing always goes perfectly, then get ready to ridicule me. I made a really big mistake with this beer. I added cacao nibs into my beer, but I added it to the wrong set of grains because I had 2 types of grains for 2 types of beers that day. One for a New England IPA, one for a lager. And I fudged that one up for sure because I used the New England IPA grains. But we're back today with the same shirt because continuity, we gotta do the thing about the video and the production. Whoever said continuity was important is a fool. Don't listen to them. I still can't believe I did that. I was really frustrated yesterday when I did that, and it's fine, guys. Just leave them in the comments. Drop them down there. It's fine. I can have a strong character, high self-esteem. I can take it. We're going to put the actual grains in now, which are correct. Mix it, mix it, mix it. Nice. And yesterday, what I did do is that I put 3 ounces of cacao nibs in the wrong beer. So this time, I think I'm going to just do 4 ounces. Not too crazy. Nobody ever has like a perfect home brew day, all right? If you do, don't tell me because that will make me sad. I lifted the grains up with the help of my lovely wife. Thank you, Sarah. Everything looks good. Just gonna drain it for maybe like 10 minutes. I raised the temperature already, so while this drains, the rest of it is gonna come to boiling temperature. And then we'll start on our boil, which remember is 90 minutes. And after 30 minutes of boil, we're gonna add our 60-minute hop additions. See you in a bit. After those 30 minutes, I started my hop additions, Tettnanger. Tettnanger? Tettnanger? I'm not sure how to say it.
Tettnanger.
Tettnang.
Tettnanger.
Anybody German out there knows how to pronounce this? Is it even German?
Tettnanger is known to impart a subtle spiciness along with balanced floral and herbal notes that work beautifully in lager styles.
It's from Tettnang, Germany. Okay, that's the IBU count should be about 22.7. Now I know that the chocolate has added a little bit more bitterness as well, so I did take that into account. And typically for this beer style, that range of IBU is acceptable. And this is really the only hop addition that I am going to be making for this beer. That's it. It looks really nice and dark, really chocolatey. I mean, there's 15 minutes left. We'll put our Whirlflock tablet in, kind of clear it up a little bit of all the proteins. It should come out pretty clear. Maybe the first pours might not be as clear, but I'm looking forward to, hopefully having a clear beer, unlike last time where I ended up with carbonated gravy, as someone in the comments said, which very good, very creative, by the way. I like that. All right, our boil is complete, and I'm just gonna turn my pump on to start cooling over here. And that's on already. Once we're done cooling it to actually we'll go to like maybe 80 already, or maybe 75. We're gonna pitch our yeast, which I already showed you. We're gonna put it in a fermenter. We're gonna make sure that we ferment really warm at around 80 degrees. And it's really only gonna take maybe 3 days. You might need to take a sample and make sure that you've reached the gravity that you want. But we'll throw up the numbers right here. After that, it was pretty much done. I took a gravity reading, and yeah, I ended up exactly where that range for the dark lager or a Marzen would be. Yeah, so once it was done fermenting, I put it in my keg, and then I cold crashed it. Once I cold crashed it for 1 day, it was about 40 degrees in my little fridge. It's a big boy. And then I added gelatin to it. Look at this guy. And what I did is that I put my 1 teaspoon of gelatin into a container and I heated it up to 150 or like 155. You don't want to go over that because then you're just going to make jello. That's it. The beer, I think, it looks really great. There's not like big chunks of anything in there either. Put my lid back on there. Put some CO2 in here to kind of purge, to prevent some cold site oxidation. Wow, those are big words, right? There we go. Oh, I heard that little click. And we're good. So yes, I mean, it really has that distinct kind of like lager aroma to it. It's really nice and malty too, not like too sweet. I'm not gonna say it has a malty backbone because you've all heard that millions of times probably, so I will forego that for you. But it does certainly have this kind of like a malty. Yeah, it's really crisp. It could be a little colder to kind of like accentuate more of the crispness. I think overall though, it's really tasty. It has more of those toasty notes that we're looking for. You kind of sense a little bit of that citrus as well from the hops and the fruitiness from the cacao nibs. Mistakes were made, things were learned, but overall, we're doing great. Now, if you make lagers a different way, let me know what your process is because I'm still, exploring it. I'm still curious about it. One of these delicious beers, nice and crisp, light, not too crazy.
sing den yes, and